Hey guys, this is Rob the Voluntary Rebel here again. I want to talk about the Constitution again, specifically Article 3, the judicial branch. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the judicial branch whatsoever, specifically the Supreme Court. 9 people in robes that make decisions on whether or not a law is constitutional or not. Now, that sounds great on paper, I guess, as a check and balance against the legislature and the president. But in all honesty, if the president appointed them and that party, aren't they going to vote along the same lines of their party that appointed them, like they have since the inception of the Supreme Court? I mean, they don't really make decisions based on whether or not something's really constitutional, in my opinion. They can make decisions on whether or not that should be a law, and they do that pretty often, if you ask me. At the end of the day, though, 9 people in black robes make decisions whether they that affect everyone that is standing on the landmass called the United States of America. I'm sorry, 9 people in robes shouldn't be making decisions for you. I don't want them making decisions for me. I'll make my own decisions. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to list a few court cases that the Supreme Court has ruled on that are horrible. Horrible. There's hundreds and hundreds of horrible decisions, but these are just a few. Dred Scott versus Sanford, 1857. They said that an African American at that time was not a person and not eligible for any kind of constitutional rights whatsoever. Yeah, they viewed someone not as a person. All right, 1944, Korematsu versus United States. Basically, they followed FDR's plan and said, yeah, you can round up thousands and thousands of Japanese Americans without any trial or jury or due process or anything of that sort. Just round them up. That's what they did. They allowed FDR to do that. Alright, what about Buck versus Bell? Long story short, they said that it is completely constitutional legal to sterilize someone from ever having kids because there's 3 generations of imbeciles were enough. Yeah, they said sterilization was okay. I'm sorry. It's not okay to say that people can't reproduce. That's evil. That's horrible. I don't care who that person is. Everyone has the right to life and to reproduce and have a family. And then, of course, you can go into all the Second Amendment court cases. Second Amendment, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Last time I checked, it's infringed. It's been infringed for a long time. Now, and of course you can go to the latest verdict with Obamacare saying that it's a tax. So now the federal government can literally tax you for anything you don't do. That's amazing. That's great. And they basically force you to buy whatever they want you to buy, and if you don't buy it, it's a tax that they'll get their money from. At the end of the day, like I said, 9 people in black robes are making these decisions, not if they're really constitutional or not, but whether or not they should be laws. And if that's the case, why do we even have a constitution if just 9 people can decide if this law is a law or not? Does that make any sense to anyone? I'm sorry, but like I said, I don't think that anyone should be making decisions for me or you or anybody else. And just because they're wearing some black robes and are in a fancy building in the capital of DC doesn't give them the authority to decide whether or not something's a law or not, but just a simple fact of whether or not you can live your life the way you want to live. They don't have that authority. The only authority that someone has to make a decision about their life is you, no one else. Anyways, that's my episode. Please follow me on Twitter at Voluntary Rebel. My Facebook link is down below as well. And peace, love, liberty.